scripts for callers, and Emily works with tours and setting things up. So all the interaction with prospective students, lots of questions from prospective students. When they're asking about the College of Education, what do you want us to say to them to get? What are the talking points that we should highlight for the College of Education to get them to come be students with you?
We should have a door here. Oh, thank you.
I thought I got away from that in Utah.
I know, right?
They started doing that yesterday morning, and I kind of pressed up to it. So if it had
been drilling in our
that
office.
is like above our head, 24 hours a day. So.
All of our programs are 4-year programs, so you can graduate in 4 years. Once you graduate, you not only get a diploma, but we will assist you in getting your certification from the state. Regardless of where students are from, we ask that they get their West Virginia licensure. That's what we can help them with, and that it is transferable. I want to say sometimes easily, sometimes not so. Depends on where you're from, depends on what state you move back to. But we request that everybody get their West Virginia license.
I think we have reciprocity with like 35 states right now or something, so that's pretty good.
But they're all different.
Yeah.
Each requirement for each state is a little bit different. We have several secondary education majors that can double major. All of our English education majors are automatically double majors in English. Most of our math majors are double majors in math, science, social studies, sometimes do a double major in history. One of the biggest pluses for elementary is the multi-categorical endorsement. So for 3 extra courses, students can also earn a special education certification. Well, it's actually multi-categorical certification.
Which is what counties are looking for when they
Which is special education is very, very, very high. So that's definitely a plus. And we do have other endorsements, so it is possible if you want to do elementary education to also get certified in math, science, special ed.
Just to make yourself more marketable when you go out. Our building's getting a full remodel. That's a great talking point, you know. So we always try to talk about that. We're completely up. We will be completely up to date with technology in the classrooms, which is all the technology that you'll use when you go out into the main schools. Our clinical experiences are really great because we have more hours for clinical than I think any of our surrounding universities. I do all the clinical placements. If you don't drive, if you need to take a bus, anything, I work with you and put you where you need to be. We do diverse placements, so you get a feel for, maybe some low-need schools versus high-need schools.
And we do, a lot of students don't see that as a positive, but because we have more clinicals than anyone else requires in the state, it is a positive because from our data that we get back from our students, they say, what's the one thing you wish you had? And they all say more clinical hours. They all want that experience. So even though we have more clinical hours, and it's the same thing with our GPA requirement, I think our GPA requirement is the highest on campus. So for the State Department, for you to be certified by the state, it's a 2.5. For you to get in the teacher education program at Marshall, it's a 2.8. So
when do they start their student teaching? When
It's your last semester.
Last semester.
But their clinicals start first semester sophomore year.
Okay.
So basically,
what can you tell us a little bit about
Sure. So, basically once you get into, Marshall, everybody's on the same playing field. Everybody has the same basics. And we look at that for your first 2 semesters pretty much. So when you start that 3rd semester year, that's when you really start getting into the education courses.
Okay.
It's a good thing because it's early. So, real quick if that's really what you want to do. And so you're out in 4 years. Or if you want to change, it's early, so you're not behind.
I think that's a good thing to talk to students about, is that you're getting experience early on. And don't say it as a negative thing, like you're kids,
right.
But in terms of being a successful student, always kind of we want you to be successful. We want you to be in a program that you enjoy. And so in the College of Education, we make sure that you're getting those clinical experiences early to make sure you find the best fit for you.
Exactly.
Here at Marshall.
And I'm going to share this as a parent. My daughter will be a freshman. She's in the College of Ed right now because, you know, my husband's a principal. I was a teacher. I think that's what she knows.
Right.
And it's a comfort, you know. And maybe she will stay with it and be a great teacher, but maybe she doesn't want to do this once she gets here. And so that has just really been a reassurance to my husband and I, is that she's not going to waste a year or, you know, get behind if she really does change her mind. So, you know, and I'll just say that as a parent.
Right.
So it's a really good thing.
Right. I think it's important. And for those who do love it, it gets more experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how you can talk to prospective students and parents about that. Big deal.
What else can we talk about? TIR. Once you get to student teaching, we have agreements with, oh my gosh, a lot of counties in West Virginia. We're trying to work to do all counties in West Virginia. So we're basically, if they have a position that they can't get filled, and it's time for you to do your student teaching, and that's you're eligible for that. You can do basically on-the-job student teaching, get paid a percentage of the salary, which is really good, you know.
If you're looking at if you're comparing College of Education, not just majors, but College of Educations across the board, the TIR is a big draw. A big draw. Now, something that we're doing also in the fall, hopefully, depending on our building situation, is we're opening up something called the Post, and it's going to be praxis or student tutoring just for our College of Education students.
Oh, that's good.
So, praxis is a huge barrier. And we're going to have on-time or full-time on-site tutors for the praxis. We've never had praxis tutors before.
Are you college ed?
No, I just have a lot of friends
Who are, I mean, you seem to know what we're
who
talking
were
about.
in education and like who maybe like weren't great test takers, but like knew they wanted to be a teacher and had like took their praxis like multiple times to get couldn't pass the first couple times and finally did, and so like that tutoring I feel like could have really helped them. Like
we're excited.
We are, and the hours are like literally all.
Well,
day
if you
long.
don't pass like one of them, it like sets you back, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to hit that early for sure. You know, and I'll just say this. I mean, as long as I'm in this position, I work with all the counties. They will call me and say, hey, I mean, just the other day I got a text, hey, we're looking for music at this school, we're looking for art at this school. You know, I said my husband's a principal. He just asked me last night, do you have any good ones that didn't get a job? Because I've got this position, I think, and I don't know if I even want to post it. I'll only post it if you can tell me that somebody good will bid on it. You know, so I have really good, you know, communication with all of the surrounding counties. I'm always trying to get kids jobs and get kids placed.
Sounds like job prospects are good.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, it's good.
It's like everywhere needs teachers.
Yeah, everywhere needs teachers, and you know, we always laugh. My little phrase is, "This is a tough gig to sell right now." You know, teaching is tough, but we do the best we can with selling it, don't we?
Did the teacher's strike hurt you or help?
I thought it was going to help.
Yeah, like motivate people.
But
I feel like it has.
I don't.
you
I
still
think our
find-
student teachers that were in it every day, I think it kind of changed the way they felt. I think
What
they were
happened
very passionate.
Yeah, what happened with student teachers that were in a placement?
Let's not go back there.
I'll make it not. I mean, we just kind of had to take a pause.
Yeah.
And it was.
We literally took it day by day. If
Yeah,
they were on
literally,
strike that day, I mean, we would email them at 3:00 and say, okay, as far as we know, go to school tomorrow, and then bam, at 4:00 they'd say no school.
Right.
Right. Well, that's what we did with our kids. You know?
Right. Which I use the remind system or whatever, so I could text all of them at one time, and then because not everybody's checking their email, but you're going to check your text, and so I was just constant communication. Yeah, we there were a lot of tears. I cried a lot just because it was so frustrating, and it's just tough, and you want we had 111, I think. We had a huge group, and so here are all of their future careers just sort of teetering. So, but yeah, it worked out, and I think that they got to see firsthand just how important it is to be just socially conscious of what is going on around you,
Right.
and civically conscious, and just how important the profession is. So, yeah,
How passionate people are. I think
yeah,
that was
yeah.
a good takeaway.
It was really good. So, I think it was a good thing.
It was good for us too. I don't know how it's going to impact us in the fall. I mean, freshmen,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how aware they are.
Yeah.
Right, except, they just knew they got out of school.
Right.
We
Yeah.
to go to school.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
I have 2 questions. Isn't there a student loan forgiveness for teachers who work in like rural areas or something?
You want to talk a little about it?
We have one of the biggest things we have is the teacher grant, and that's a grant up front. You sign an agreement. You agree to teach in a high need field or high need area, either one. We sign off on every single major in the college, and I think it's $4,000 a semester or it's either $4,000 a semester. We don't deal with the money side of it. It's $4,000 a semester or $2,000 a semester. And like I said, it's a grant. It's free money as long as you fulfill your end of the bargain after the fact. If you decide that you no longer want to be a teacher, it does turn into a loan and you have to pay it back. But there is also loan forgiveness for teachers as well.
Okay.
And that's all after the fact. That's
Yeah.
after graduation, after you get a job.
I know there's like the public service one. And then, is there like a fast track to the MAT that you guys have? You don't? Okay.
We get that question at every green and white day. And
Okay.
every time we meet with freshmen, we don't have that.
Because I know I recruit in Kentucky, and to teach there, you have to have a master's. So
But your master's program is online, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good selling point. So they can be working
Yes.
and doing their master's online.
We also have a good selling point that we have specific scholarships for college of education students. We have a long list because many people in education end up creating scholarships after they retire or after they.
And those are incoming freshmen can apply for those?
Anybody in the college of ed.
Okay. And those are
But
on
incoming
the-
freshmen, yes. I do happen to know one incoming freshman who may or may not have gotten a scholarship.
And that's what I was going to say. Our scholarships are, some of them are need based, but many of them aren't. So, which is good for, the kid like my kid whose parents make too much money to get, financial assistance, but not enough money to really just pay for it.
Right.
So,
And that's
which is most of our,
population.
yeah.
That
So,
deserves it,
yes.
right?
Right.
Here we
Yeah.
are.
And
Here we
are
go.
those listed on your website?
Yes.
They are
Okay.
on our website, yeah.
And there is no application for this process because everybody in the college is automatically considered for that.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
to know.
Yeah.
There is no application process. Now, there's an application process for one out of, gosh, I don't even know how many.
I bet we have 50. Maybe more.
There's-
Yeah.
I will say, at orientation this year, it was kind of slow, and one day we only had 2 students, and I got to talking to one of our students, and I had not been able to award this scholarship for a while because it was for a student who graduated from Ironton High School in Ohio, and we just chit-chatted and got down to, where did you go to high school? I'm giving you the scholarship right now because I have not been able to award this scholarship. So we have scholarships right now that aren't awarded just because we don't have students that meet the requirements.
Awesome.
Yeah, so those are great. Those are really nice talking points, clear, concise that prospective students would like to hear. So the building is supposed to be done in the fall.
This fall?
No, not this
No.
fall. People are moving upstairs to the first floor this
The basement
week.
is not.
Yes,
Basement
which is
is-
where everyone is. That where everyone is,
That's
right?
where we are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
and second floor are closed.
Okay.
We won't be up on the second floor till next fall.
Oh wow.
So we'll still be in the basement for another year.
It's just like any renovation.
Yeah.
There's always Christmas, and there's always spring break.
But we are having class in the basement this fall,
Okay.
and it's beautiful. The
Yeah.
carpet, the walls, the paint. We got some purple walls.
I mean, we all know it needed
It
needed
needed
a
a
taste.
little-
a little touch, yeah.
that's good.
put a modern spin on an old building. So
That's good.
That's very cool. So with new doors right now, I mean, it's amazing what